Welcome in, everybody. Let's dive right into it. It is Halloween, a sci-fi fanatic's favorite time of the year for all sorts of reasons. From the classics being played over and over on TV, spooky radio dramas, new waves of scary stories all over the place, like what we have with cryptids, SCPs, those $10 horror games you get on Steam that are, they're good for a bit of a thrill. Whatever gets your goosebumps jumping. Halloween brings it all out. And if you grew up like I did, maybe what got them going was, in fact, Goosebumps. But we've got a lot to fill our Halloweens with. And for me, it's all about the spoopy, scary classics, right? Your Bela Lugosi, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, really golden era monster movies, Twilight Zone. When I was a kid, I grew up watching all the scary straight to TV movies that Disney would put out for Halloween, like Halloween Town. I mean, it was pretty iconic growing up with those straight to TV movies. And Disney wasn't the only one putting them out there, but they were really regular and top tier quality in terms of straight to TV movies. But as we get a little older, we start getting really desensitized to all of the spoopy scary, and we need more and more thrills. I remember becoming a teenager and watching Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of the now huge plethora of Michael Myers movies, all the Halloween movies, and they gave us exactly what we needed as a natural evolution from Goosebumps, R.L. Stine, Nightmare, Halloween Town, and it was, I want to say, as a 90s kid, it was almost like a rite of passage to get into these kinds of movies. Even if horror and gore and slasher flicks weren't your thing, you at least saw these with your friends once or twice. And you let yourself be scared, and you let yourself have a little bit of a thrill. You poked fun at each other. It was great. Well, as we get into our 30s, we start looking for more and more far-flung, spoopy, scary stories, right? Some of the ones that I've come across are a few short stories. There's one called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's by Harlan Ellison. It's a disturbing tale of a supercomputer that tortures a group of humans for eternity. Go Google all of these, by the way. I mean, do yourself a favor. Another is The Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft. Now, you guys know I'm a huge Lovecraft fan. I have a enormous tome. It's one of those Barnes & Noble hardcovers with the gold colored page edges. It's really stinking awesome. I have it on my coffee table. Pick it up and give a story a read every now and then. Most of his stories are not very long, so you can sit for a good 30 minutes and get through maybe 2 or 3 of them. But The Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft is a cosmic horror story about a strange meteorite that corrupts the land and its inhabitants. And it's pretty fun. Another short story is called The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. It's a chilling short story about a small town's annual ritual that takes a horrifying turn. See, even the taglines are enticing and kind of spooky, right? Now, if you are looking for a bit of a longer read, there's a few novels out there that I thought were worth mentioning. The first is The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R. Carey. It's a post-apocalyptic story about a young girl with special abilities who may hold the key to humanity's survival. Now, I haven't read the whole novel, but guys, do yourself a favor. Quick Google, quick Kindle $2 or 99-cent download. These are not huge reads, but they're really, really stinking good. Another novel is called Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. It's a mind-bending exploration of a mysterious zone that corrupts everything it touches, kind of like our H.P. Lovecraft short story, The Color Out of Space. So whatever you grab first, I would recommend the Color Out of Space, because it is a little bit more high sci-fi in that it's written a little harder to read, but you feel accomplished once you get through it. And then, of course, I am going to give a huge shout out to my buddy and author, Avery Tyndall. Go read Hunting Snipe and Other Notes of East Texas Cattle Mutilations, and This House Will Never Be Warm. You can get both of those on Amazon, and I highly suggest that you do. Avery is a buddy of mine, and I have been pretty astounded by his work. Not because it's so out of left field here, but because, I went to college with him. I've known who this guy is for a good long while now, and this is really cool to me to see his all his success with his work. I'm not all the way through with The House Will Never Be Warm, but guys, I can't say enough how much I recommend these books. Like I said, Amazon, super easy to find. Support local artists, all that feel-good jazz. But yeah, I think we need times like this. I think we need Halloween. Maybe for a few reasons, right? I think we need it for the thrill. I think we need it for the danger, right? Realizing that there are real dangers out there. But we take a small sliver of time out of each year to put a mask over those dangers and have a laugh at them, to take away their powers that they have over us, that actually do terrify us for the rest of the year. I mean, it's a time where you can run around as a masked murderer, and people will give you candy. How nice, right? If you run around as a masked murderer for any other part of the year, like you can't do that on Groundhog Day, right? People will think you're crazy. They will most likely call the cops on you. But we look at all of these emblems, these symbols of horror and gore and wickedness and evil, and we have a laugh at them. And I think psychologically, that's a very healthy thing for us to do. Is we're doing it to come together as a community to rage against the dying of the light. And in this way, we're doing that by having a collective couple of days of merriment at death's expense. That's basically what it is. The dying of the light is death, is eternal darkness. And we're taking the piss out of it one day a year. We have the rest of the year to be serious and to be truly frightened and terrified. But I think this manner of escapism is really very important, because you have everyday escapism, from just throwing on your headphones and going for a walk for a good hour, where you just jam out and let your mind just clear, go blank, and just focus on your music. That's a real prime form of escapism. If you're binging every night after work, scrolling through your Netflix shows, that's definitely escapism. If you're burning through all the books on your shelf, like I tend to do, that's definitely escapism. Something I do to go to sleep is imagine myself in movies. I imagine myself in scenarios, like in these movies. And that helps me go right to sleep. Also helps me dream more often than not. So, yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. We certainly need it. We really, really needed it this year round. And I think things like this will become much more important than they have been in the past, where we do have these annual moments of pause, and we just have fun. We just let it go. We let all our inhibitions and fears and worries, we just collectively exhale and let it all go. And have fun. Have fun with all the werewolves and monsters and vampires and all that kind of good jazz. So yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. That is all the time I have for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Stick around for more Sci-Fi Unchained. And seriously, do yourself a favor and go find all of those stories that we mentioned. You won't be sorry. Or maybe you will be. But for now, live long and prosper, my friends, and may the Force be with us all.